Alright, so if you guys are wondering why I have two shirts on, well, I'm really just wearing this for the sake of this video because it is the NFL. The NFL is back, baby. Let's freaking go. I've got to go to work in a couple of minutes. So this is going to be a very, very short NFL reaction pre-recorded video. Now, granted, there's still one game going on right now, and that's the Raiders and the 49ers, but they're in the third quarter. They're almost done, and it's 24-7 Raiders at the time of recording this. So, I mean, you guys can see the gist of it. But, obviously, we're going to react to the NFL preseason because the preseason has gotten underway. So, we're going to talk about the preseason, what I didn't like from us, obviously, from the rookie quarterbacks as well. We're going to talk about the Falcons and their demolishing of the Dolphins. And we'll talk about a lot of other things. But first, if you guys are new to the channel, obviously, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn that bell on. We do our best to post on this channel every single day. It's what we've been doing. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this content. If you aren't though, let me know in the comments down below. Tomorrow will probably be some Premier League picks before we get Madden. Madden 24 comes out this week, so we should be getting it next week. But obviously, all of that being said, let's go ahead though and hop into some NFL preseason week 1 reactions. Alright, so the first game on the menu for us is the Texans and the Patriots. Now, really quickly, I do want to say that C.J. Stroud did not look that great in his debut for the Patriots. C.J. Stroud was obviously a rookie, but C.J. Stroud was 2 for 4, 13 yards, and 1 interception. So, that's obviously not that great. Bryce Young, I believe, did a little better than him. But granted, it's the Houston Texans, right? They suck. The Houston Texans have always been terrible. So, obviously, that's how that's going to go right there. Now, Davis Mills, on the other hand, for the Texans, did really well. 9 for 12, 99 yards and a touchdown. So, Davis Mills, I believe, will work better as a backup to C.J. Stroud. If C.J. Stroud just gets in his rhythm, he should be good to go. Now, the next one is Case Keenum. He was 9 for 14, 79 yards, and another touchdown. Final score, Texans 20, Patriots 9. Now, I do want to talk about the Patriots. Bailey Zappi played absolutely great. 12 for 14, 79 yards. Malik Cunningham was 3 for 4 and 19 yards. And then Tracy McSorley played as well. And he was 1 for 3 for 4 yards as well. So, not that great of a day for the Patriots. But if you're the Texans standpoint, you've seen what C.J. Stroud needs to work on. So, therefore, C.J. Stroud can get better in that category. And C.J. Stroud can eventually improve to the next level. Hopefully, though, the Texans actually go out and get up some receivers and O-line because that was a main issue in this game. Final score, though, 20-9. Texans took the opening day dub against the Ravens. Now, moving on to the Vikings and the Seahawks. Now, honestly, I really didn't watch this game, but I heard Nick Mullins was actually pretty good. He was 14 for 20, 139, and a touchdown. Nick Mullins did very great. Now, looking over at the Seahawks side, Drew Lock, phenomenal, 17 for 24, great. 191 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's what got him the dub. I heard that Derek Hall did really good too as well. So there's a lot to look forward to if you are a Seahawks fan. Now, I just wanted to touch on that game really quickly because obviously that was not a point of emphasis this weekend, but it should be a point of emphasis to go over. Now, the next game is the Steelers and the Buccaneers. Steelers played all 3 quarterbacks. So did the Bucs as well. They played Kyle Trask, they played Baker. Kyle Trask did not look that great in his first preseason game. Baker Mayfield, on the other hand, looks absolutely amazing. He threw that dart, and that was a really great play by him. So I'm expecting the Bucs to be somewhat competitive in the NFC South because we know that the NFC South is bad. But obviously, that's not going to work, that is not going to work either. So Steelers took the dub, and they played all 3 of their quarterbacks as well. Now, moving on, the Falcons. Now, the Falcons were really good, I guess you would say. Now, Desmond Ridder did not play. They started Woodside, which I have no idea who that is. And the Dolphins did not start anybody. They started Skylar Thompson and Mike White. So, there you have it right there. That's just a little reaction to that. Obviously, the Falcons absolutely mollywopped the Dolphins as well. Now, Packers and Bengals, we did watch that game as well. Packers looked really good. Jordan Love looked good on his first couple of drives as well. So, Packers Nation, if you guys are getting hyped about Jordan Love, let me know in the comments down below. But if you guys are getting hyped for Jordan Love, you should be hyped for Jordan Love. Because Jordan Love, when he gets NFL ready, maybe next year or the year after that, he is going to be really, really good for the Packers, learning behind Aaron Rodgers like he did last year. He's going to be really, really good for the organization. Now, the Bengals, on the other hand, they struggled a little bit. Now, I watched this game, and the Bengals' quarterback issues did struggle. They're back up to Joe Burrow, but if he can find some rhythm, then he can get it as well. Now, Lions and Giants. Now, I want to say that Daniel Jones did not play, so obviously we're not going to touch on that as well. Neither did Jared Goff either. Nate Suffield played most of the game as well. So we're not going to talk about that game. What I do want to mention, though, is that the Lions obviously won. They beat the Giants, which is shocking to me because I had the Giants beating them as well. But obviously, things happen. Moving on, though, is the Commanders-Browns. I really don't want to talk about how bad of the game this was because it started off 2-0 and now 15-17. That was absolutely not a great game, so we won't even touch on that. But what was a great game is the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. Now, I originally did have the Denver Broncos winning this game, but the Cardinals came back all the way. It was a phenomenal game. We stayed up to the very, very end to watch it. It was very, very late here on the East Coast. But we did stay up. We saw Jarrett Stidham go out there for the Broncos as well. Jarrett Stidham did not look he looked really, really bad. He was 5 for 15, 50 yards. Russell Wilson did not look bad either. He was 7 for 13 for 93 yards and 1 touchdown as well. Russell Wilson, I think give him some time with Sean Payton, is going to be developing into a great coach or a great player for the Broncos as well. Now, for the Cardinals, they played 3 quarterbacks. Colt McCoy, he was 4 for 4 for 17 yards. He actually looked really, really good in that game. Clayton Tune, 13 for 23. He didn't look too bad. 135 yards and a touchdown. 8 for 14 was David Blue and 86 yards and a touchdown as well. And he was the guy who went in there and got everybody ready so they could get that dub against against the Broncos, and it came down to the last second as well. Now, Titans and Bears. I watched a little bit of this game some Saturday afternoon, I want to say. Justin Fields looked really, really, really good for me. I think that Justin Fields is going to be one of the better quarterbacks in this league. So take him in fantasy if you haven't already had your fantasy drafts, which we will talk about my draft coming up tomorrow as well before we do some picks for the Premier League as well. But Justin Fields looked great. Malik Willis looked phenomenal as well. I don't know why the Titans gave up on Malik Willis. Once you get him some good players, then Malik Willis is going to be developing into a great quarterback as well. So I think that was great for those two as well. Now moving on though, Colts and Bills. I'm not going to talk about this game. This was a crap shoot of a game. Anthony Richardson did not look that great, by the way. That's all I want to mention about that game. What I do want to talk about though is the Carolina Panthers. This team right here. Absolutely terrible. I'm not going to say a bad word here because obviously I might get copyrighted here, but they looked pretty dang bad. Matt Corral, 15 for 22, 126 yards, and 1 interception. Andy Dalton did not even suit up for this game, which I think he should have suited up if he was going to be that second-string quarterback. I think that was a bad move by Frank Reich, but obviously he did not. And, for the Jets, Zach Wilson looked phenomenal like he did last week in the Hall of Fame game. 14 for 20, 123, and a touchdown. On the other hand, Bryce Young, not too bad in his debut. 4 for 6, 21 yards. That's not bad when you have a team who runs the ball every play like the Panthers did in that opening drive as well. Chuba Hubbard on the ground, 4 carries, 9 yards, and an average of 2.2. Spencer Brown had a decent game as well. 8 carries, 34 yards. So, not a whole lot to go off over right there. Now, obviously, receiving, we didn't really have everybody in, but we did have a little bit of people in there. Adam Thielen, 1 catch. Hayden Hurst had 1 catch, and DJ Chark, our new additions, all had 1 catch each. So that was good for them as well. But overall, just a terrible game, and our defense could have played a lot better, if you ask me. Our defense absolutely sucked it up that week. Now, Jaguars and Cowboys. Now, I did not watch this game, even though I really, really, really wanted to take a look at Tank Bigsby as well with the Jags. He actually, I heard, played really, really good. But Dak Prescott did not play at all, I believe, as well. So we won't touch on the Cowboys here. But Tank Bigsby played really, really good. I want to say, did T-Law play? I don't think T-Law played. Yeah, he did. 5 for 6, 36 yards as well. Over on the Cowboys, Cooper Rush, absolutely great. 10 for 12, 83 yards. Will Greer also played 22 for 31 as well. So, not a bad day for them, but still could have been better for the Cowboys for us. Now, Tank Bigsby looked absolutely great, though, as well. Moving on from that one, though, is the Eagles and the Ravens. I don't really want to talk about that game because no starters played in that game as well, which was a really... It wasn't that bad of a game, but still, I really just don't want to talk about it. So we got 2 more games to talk about, and then we'll be done here. But Chargers and Rams, a rematch of the CFP National Championship. Max Duggan versus Stetson Bennett. Now, this was a really good game in the first half. In the second half, the Chargers kind of just ran away with it, so obviously that happened. But it really wasn't a terrible game if you stayed up to watch it. I did not stay up to watch it. I was watching Frank Reich's press conference and Bryce Young's press conference, but it was a really good game from both sides of the ball in the first half. Now, in the second half, they struggled a little bit, but overall, it was a very good game. Now, Chiefs and Saints, this game just happened. It was a great game. Derek Carr scored a touchdown. Mahomes played great as well, 2 for 2 for his passing as well. Derek Carr, 6 for 8, 70 yards, and 1 touchdown. All 3 quarterbacks at least had 1 touchdown. Overall, a very good day for the Saints, and the outcome was they got the win. So, that's just my NFL preseason reactions. But obviously, let me know your preseason reactions down in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, turn that bell on. We do our best to post on this channel every single day. Don't forget to like the video, turn that bell on, obviously, all of that good stuff. Share this video as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.